There's the creepy picture everybody talks about with the smashed up face. There's my son peeking in, going, "Let me in." 8198 Veranda. And there's the bathroom. And I'm walking into the room. And the first thing I see is the light switch. Just leave that on, always. Don't touch it. Your lights, your dimmer, and then I guess the bathroom light. And here's the bathroom. All right. Okay, we have plenty of space in the bathroom compared to other regular veranda rooms on other cruise ships. Mirror, we have Kleenex, we have drawer space, an additional cabinet here, toilet brush, and drawers 1, 2, and there's extra toiletries there. Lots of Kleenex boxes extra, some extra towels and hand towels. The sink, these are never my favorite. I always tend to bump them or whatever. I do wish it was more flush, but hey, it's nice, it's clean. That's what's important. We have soap here, and that will hold the sink like if men shave or what have you. We have 2 pieces of glassware that are not matching. Sort of bugs me, but that's okay. Nice space in there though, especially for, you know, a few people in your cabin. You have a hair dryer right there. So 3 shelves total there that could be accessed. Wastebasket, yeah, good space in here for storage. Toilet, favorite. Woo! Always fun to hear. You have a great shower. It looks like it might still be wet from cleaning, I'm not sure. You do have shower gel, conditioner, and shampoo. It is affixed to the wall. Shower head, and you have your hot and cold nozzles, and you have a place for your soap and additional shampoo. You do have a shaving ledge, that's nice. You have hooks up there, but you do not have a clothesline, but you have this great door, so that's nice to have. Right, you know, than the sticky shower curtain. All right, you have more. Remember, don't trip over that. It also tells you on the door not to trip on it, but trust me, you'll still trip on it. I always do. There's 2 more hooks on the back of the door. All right, coming out of the bathroom, we have some red carpet and a giant king-size bed and 2 wall sconces with the light switches on the bottom. You also have 2 cupboards up top that has plenty of space for folded storage up here. That's wonderful. We'll definitely use that. And then over here, there's a little bit of space. I'll eventually have those unpacked and under the bed, so there'll be a little bit more space there. I forgot to mention we have a full-length mirror, so you can do your twirls. And there is the back of the door and the bathroom door. The lights here can be dimmed or brightened, so that's kind of nice. The couch is showing a little bit of its age. I'll get over there in just a second. Let me show you the closets. You have lots of hangers, which is great. We have an umbrella up here as well. You have some folding racks that can come down if you need to hang more. You have 2 robes over in the corner. You have some great spots up here for hats, ball caps, or shoes on both sides. It's pretty nice, and you can open both sides. So actually, that's not bad. It's not as bad as I actually thought it was going to be. And the fact that you can access both. Now, mind you, this doesn't open kind of all the way, but you know. Ooh, those are soft too. Wow, some of the softer bathrobes that in a cruise ship. Nice. All right, and of course you have room down there as well for some more shoes and things like that. Maybe even some luggage, depending on how much you bring. Nice big bed. Nice bed ribbon there. That's more for garnish and decoration than it is anything else. You have a landline phone, and on flanking both sides of the bed, you have 3 shells. They've shown their age, but that's okay. Not that big of a deal. The room feels so far pretty clean. We did just walk in. You have a nice picture there. I do actually wish the TV was there, but that's okay. 2 hooks there, if I didn't already mention, on the wall. And the walls are magnetic. So if you have those hooks, you can hang a lot more things if you want to on the wall. A nice, probably just a 47 inch, not foot, that'd be large, TV. So about a 47, I guess, inch TV. And then you have a lot of extra shelving here. You have some slats that you could put things. It looks like brochures, or that's what I would put here, like newsletters, brochures, these sort of items. You come with, of course, your guest information and your first daily newsletter. I forgot what these are actually called with Celebrity, but it tells you all the happenings on the ship, so that's a lot of fun. Your remote's up here, and then you could stick, those kind of things in there. Also, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers, and these 2 are probably about 3 inches in depth, and I don't know how many inches in length or width, but pretty decent storage. Now these get larger the third down. Is that a hair? Oh, that's a hair. That's kind of gross, but I'm going to wipe everything down real good. And those are larger as well. So 3 are kind of larger than the first 2. Just know that. I'm going to clean it. I won't touch much more. We have a safe right here. You put your little digits in that you want and push lock. See if any money is left for me. No, but I like that little. That's nice. Because a lot of times, a lot of people find things under here that they've misplaced or left from the previous cruise. So just always make sure to pick up that mat and double check everything. And right here, that's just a shelf, it looks like, off the fridge. And the fridge is actually not a fridge. It is a beverage cooler. And a beverage cooler from a fridge, the difference is a beverage cooler is 41 degrees and higher. And a refrigerator is, of course, 32 and lower. So that's why you wouldn't store medications and so forth in here. It is a mini bar. And you, of course, have to pay for all these items. I might have him remove it. I think I might. Just to have more storage space for drinks or anything else we want to add to it. We also have a nice chair here. Thank goodness it has a back to it. I really like the backs to the chairs as I age. I'm 52 now. And I definitely like to have that back rather than a little stool. You have a little drawer here with a little tote bag. And that's the only drawer at this space. You have 2 stemless wine glasses or water glasses right here. Now, your only electronics on this dated ship is right here. You have a European plug and 2 110 or 120s. That is your switch for your light above the vanity. And that is what this is. And I will show you the vanity mirror right here. And that is it. Now we have a quad room. My daughter-in-law and my son are with us. We enjoy having them in our room. And my son will sleep up here when they make it into a bed in the evening. And my daughter-in-law will sleep in the little trundle bed underneath. And they did that on the Celebrity Apex with us as well and liked it. There's the creepy picture everybody talks about with the smashed up face. There's my son peeking in, going, "Let me in. Finish this room tour." And then this is the little coffee table that's usually here, but I'm probably going to force it back there and kind of get it out of the way. Or I might move it somewhere else in the room to have, better movability in the room for, of course, 4 people. The room feels nice and cool. The air conditioner is all the way down. For an older ship, the air feels great already. And usually, embarkation day is usually the worst. It's usually the hottest day, but it feels great. The room's showing a little bit of dated. It's an older ship. It has been refurbished, but, there's some dents in the wall here, that don't look pretty. And there's some torn or worn areas on this ugly red that needs to go. It all should be like this. But yeah, that's sloppy looking. I don't really like the look of that, but I can't do anything about it. So I'm just going to make do and have fun. It's not a bitch session. So it's a nice space though. It can hold probably 6 adults sitting there, if not 5, comfortably. And the coffee table's not bad in front of it, but for now, just the moving back and forth, it'd be a lot easier, just kind of out of the way. And I might put it here probably, and then move the wastebasket over there. But it's a nice room. Here's our balcony. The curtains look decent. Hopefully they don't have little holes that let the sunlight in. And the coverage is so far pretty decent from the top to the bottom. It looks like it goes all the way. And there's a big lip here, so be careful when stepping in and out. It is a slide door. It doesn't open out or in, so that's more efficient. The fact that it slides, it gives you a little more space on the balcony. All right, and then the decking of the floor looks really nice. The chairs do lay back, so that's great. There are no ottomans for your feet, but you could use that if you really wanted to. This is kind of filthy and old and dated, but I figured because I saw all that. But, you know, they're trying to clean it and do it as best they can for an older ship. That is a little weird there, this piece. And they're going to clean this during our cruise, so that won't be bad. This, you know, unfortunately needs done, but I knew that in advance, so I'm not going to let that bother me. And the space out here is nice. We have 4 people, and I think this is a good bit of space. You getting some sun, Breezy?
I'm tanning as of right now.
That sounds great. And then the ceiling looks pretty good. Not as much rust. On our Emerald Princess cruise, we had a ton of rust, so I'm actually happy to see we do not have a lot of rust. So that's a bonus. And we have 2 chairs, and we might ask to get 2 more. And they'll bring them if they're available. And the privacy is pretty good. You do have these areas in between and these the partition. So could it be better? I don't really care about that part. That's fine. But down here, kind of wish there was more of a full-length partition. But that's okay. And remember, if you are traveling with family and they're in the connecting cabin, these can be opened. Just ask your room steward, and they can enlarge the balcony so y'all can have more balcony time together. But this is Port Canaveral. It is embarkation day on March 15th, 2025. It was an easy streaming process. The big eyesore, really, see, they're working hard up there in this cruise ship, is I'm on deck 8 in room 8198, and you see these life-saving ships. Well, they're an eyesore really to look at, but of course we're in the need of saving our life. They'd be well worth it and good to have. Now there's the slants of the ship that go out, and there's more on that side as well. But I'm kind of dead center of that slant and that slant. And then there's coverage up there, which is kind of nice. So it puts more coverage and shade when the sun's at a certain spot. Now they're scraping paint. That's what all that is right now up there. So that is coming out here a lot, but I'm sure they'll get it up, hopefully. But yeah, as I'm here, I don't really see that stuff. I was concerned with seeing a lot of that, and from here I don't. Now if I'm sitting, let me see if I see the orange, or if I'm just gonna see the ocean. Okay, see, I'm sitting here, my foot's like there, and I still do not see, well, I see a little bit now, but when I'm looking straight out and stuff, I won't really see that. And again, I can scoop my chair back if I want to have more of an ocean view without the top of the orange boats. But nice space, and definitely good for 4 people. Very large for 2 if 2 were out here.
Yes.
All right, room tour is over for now. Bye. Okay, and this is how a room is made up when you come in. Tomorrow is perfect day at Coco Cay. There's a bunch of, they put the beach towels out. I don't really use those. I have my own, but all the goodies. They also still turn down service, and they do twice a day. There's some dark chocolate on everybody's pillows, and if you have a quad room like we do, you have the sofa and the trundle, and they get chocolates and turned down too. And then they shut the curtains in the evening. Those are great curtains, by the way. And we love having the ship's navigation on. We found 2 ducks so far. We got some cookies as surprises for the fam. some water and fresh ice. I do ice twice a day. And now we have some clean glassware. And over here, nice clean vanity. It's a great place to get ready. Nice chair with a back. And the curtains are shut for the evening. Creepy lady's still there. And that is the room made up for evening. And they've slept very well here.
Lord, we are like the worst.